I'm gonna show you the most broken defense strategy that all the top players are using to demolish your noob templates with, and how you can use it to break the game in Hearts of Iron 4. A game that won't stop growing. Please, Lord, have mercy. No. But why? Well, to use the most overpowered strats, we're also gonna need a harder enemy. How hard, you say? Well, let's hear from the man himself.
Max buff is actually just bullshit. Yeah, max buff is too dumb.
Shut up. I buffed Germany up to max. Look at all these buffs. I would have buffed them even further, but the ops wouldn't let me, so...
Fuck it, I ate the op.
Luckily, there's this thing called cheating. Usually I have a cool little montage showing me spawning in all the factories, but I think that's kinda overdone. Cornmeal milk dispensers. Now that Germany has max buffs, max infrastructure, and max factories, we are gonna have to use the most broken doctrines, tactics, spies, and templates. And no, there's not gonna be any funny business. This means no alliances with the big boys. We're gonna be surviving against Germany, and maybe even thriving, only as little isolated Belgium. So...
Bang bang, skeet skeet, Nick.
So, first thing we're gonna do is take a look at the new focus tree that the Götterdämmerung DLC splurged all over us. What? Did you think I was gonna mispronounce it on purpose 3 times for an epically funny joke? No, we don't do that monkey business around here. So I know it seems overwhelming at first, but it basically boils down to politics, industry, and military. I did a few test builds to see what's good for this type of challenge, but we need to get a lot of good troops out early by the time Germany invades us. So it isn't this, it isn't the fascists, it's not the democratic majority government. It's actually this. We have to form the minority government once the election comes.
But Tifi, that's democracy. That's boring.
Shut your bitches up. This allows us to send volunteers to fight in the Spanish Civil War really early, giving us much needed army experience and training for our generals. It also allows us to bypass these 2 focuses, which although we lose out on some bonuses for a while, gives us an extra 140 days to spend on doing more important national focuses. And plus, we would abandon neutrality pretty early on anyway, so the bonuses wouldn't even matter that much. Monetary reconstruction would be good to get early, but for this build, we need to rush through our army doctrine as fast as possible for reasons you will see later.
Here is the biggest, gayest man in the world.
For our factories, we're gonna put 1 extra on infantry and 1 on anti-tank as well. Usually for defensive infantry builds, I would actually scrap a lot of these things and just build more guns to get more troops out. But since we're gonna be constrained by manpower and not equipment, we can afford to build the support equipment, artillery, and anti-tank as well. Plus the support equipment and artillery already has max efficiency as well, which is very nice. For our research, we're gonna do the standard tech and basic machine tools, leave 1 slot open to juggle, and start building civilian factories. And I think we're good to go. Let's go! We also want our first PP pick to be this guy, so we can start generating our army experience as early as possible. As I said before, we really need to rush our army doctrine this time. Plus, with the current state of the economy, we couldn't really scale much anyway with other PP picks. And as you can see, the Belgium economy is very unfortunate in the beginning of the game. Also create a new division by duplicating our basic template. Set this one on prioritized equipment. These are the dudes we're gonna send to Spain, and this way they're gonna get prioritized for getting new equipment and resupply. By the way, all the time we're doing our focuses, Belgium and Congo is doing their own focuses, which sometimes can give a lot of good stuff for us. Like for example here, we get 75 political power, which comes in very handy early in the game. Quick sweaty tech juggle to assert dominance, don't mind if I do. Germany has remilitarized the Rhineland. You know, the more I learn about this Adolf guy, the less I like him. The government resigns and we have a snap election. Pressure on the government due to ongoing corruption scandal, blah 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 blah.
Delightful. Really delightful.
Do we want unity in our government? No! By the way, now that I remember, if everything goes well, we might have bigger plans for the European continent. Friendly, what's the word? Assimilation, yes. Okay, so we're gonna do the problem of our language now, to put an end to the age-old question of, is Belgium French or Dutch? The French and the Dutch, truly the Worst combination of everything. Okay, now we can start doing research. Ah, damn, I messed up. I wanted to juggle again, but never mind. Guess we have to restart the whole game since I couldn't min-max my 0.001% efficiency. Can we take a look at German factories? No, we don't have enough intel. Need to put more spies on them. Look at them on the little psychicals, little cyclicals. Oh yeah, turn off the support equipment and artillery on these dudes. They don't need it. Yes, the language of the people. Basically have the option between more manpower and stability versus early game political power. And early game, we want the political power. So Francais it is. I'm sorry, Dutch bros. We're gonna take our first PP pick now, which is gonna be army defense. We would take this dude, by the way. Nah, actually depends. The way that defense works is if it's over your enemy division's attack, it doesn't give you any extra bonuses to have more defense. And we're most likely already gonna have enough defense anyway. Plus, entrenchment also gives you attack bonuses. But since this dude already has multiple roles in other slots, we're still gonna take the defense guy here. The same dude couldn't coexist in multiple slots at the same time. Now we go for the trade unions, get some communism, schwamanism, it's okay. For research, we now do this and this. We're just postponing construction a little bit. It is
Poopy whoopy.
anyway, doesn't matter. Our construction research is gonna line up with us getting less consumer goods and more spawned in factories. Now, we would take this, but the Spanish Civil War is gonna start earlier and it's 70 days, so we're gonna investigate bribery charges, which is only 35 days. We want to get our troops in as early as possible. So for our first army experience pick, we're gonna take Relief of Command because it gives us an extra 25% army experience gain. By getting it this early, we're giving a huge boost to our army XP. Oh, war has started. That's good.
A little war can work wonders.
Still have some time left before we can finish our stuff and send our troops. Look at them and their little cyclicals. Okay, as you can see, the Belgian Congo did Heart of Africa, and now we have PP. This is based, as the kids say. And I love my... Now we can take arms designer for the research speed and factory output. Start 8 for Spain.
They're a BRICS nation, Spain. You know what a BRICS nation is? Well, you'll figure it out.
Wah wah wee wah. It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men. Oh, 8 for Spain is finished. Now we can send our volunteers. Then start peacekeepers, because that is definitely what we are. Peacekeepers.
Like the good old days after 9/11.
Only to keep the peace. No ulterior motives. Okay, our troops have arrived. Now it's time to win this son of a war. Let's start with this dude. He's good to grind. We can also take Relief of Command now. Turn on strategic redeployment. It makes our troops very fast. It deorgs them, but still, very fast. Very good. Don't have to wait. I love not waiting. That is one of my favorite things to do, is to not wait. So we're gonna try to encircle and destroy some nationalist Spain troops so we can take more pressure off Republican Spain. But we don't want to destroy nationalist Spain too fast, because we want to maximize the amount of experience our generals and army get. We can take a bold attack now. Now, why not tenacious defense if we're defending against someone like Germany? Well, again, it's because we don't need more defense, but more attack is always good. Basically, the way that attack and defense work is that every point of the enemy's attack that's over your defense does extra damage to you. Now, it's not a linear system. It's like dice rolls and percentage based, but overall, it's still more damage to you. Our next PP pick is gonna be... Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I'm stupid. I'm sorry. I should have taken financial expert in the beginning. We have enough factories to start doing our spy agency right now, but if we had taken financial expert, we would have had the factories earlier on. The reason we want to build our spy agency as early as possible is because right now we have so many debuffs to our industry that it's better to just use the factories on something that doesn't have a debuff, like the agency. Now that peacekeeping is done, we can send more volunteers, and we do cooperative cooperation. We do this to get this. No, Spain, why are you attacking them? I'm not getting XP if you're attacking them with me, you muppet. Let's start doing construction now. Our extra 3 divisions have arrived to help in our mediocre efforts. Speed, boy, speed. Fascists in our government, why not? Psych! Alright, let's reorg a bit. Get some mountaineer. Yeah, that's good, that's good. That's exactly what we want. Our first spy agency pick is gonna be interrogation techniques. We would take localized training centers, but we don't have 10 factories yet. Interrogation gives us more chance to capture their spies and get more intel from them as well. Okay, we can change our division now, We're gonna switch this to infantry and this to support artillery. This burst is done. Now we take second. We also want to start researching these fairly early, but we don't want to waste the PP yet on the military industry organizations. Interrogation techniques done. Suicide pills for myself. What I'm doing are the meta picks. Well, it depends, like single player versus multiplayer. In multiplayer, you go a lot more hardcore into decryption and ciphers, but right now we're just doing these. We're not going to be recruiting a spy yet because we want to get localized training centers before that so we can recruit local agents from the target country. They're a lot less likely to be captured. Focus is done. Now Grand Place. More communism, but we will endure. Our general traits are getting very close, so we have to switch the dudes. We can do invisible ink now. Are we getting flanked? We got the Grand Place. Now we can take the growing threat of fascism.
I'm sorry, I'm autistic.
It's gonna give us war support and military factory construction speed. And after this, we're gonna get another thingy that gives us war support, and then we can take partial mobilization. No, I don't want this. No, I want to fight in the hills, not in the plains. Let me attack, please. Okay, these ones are nicely orged up again. Oh, another PP pick. PP time. Minister of Education. Let's attack here. Oh, that was easy. They were attacking us before that, so they were completely de-orged themselves. Okay, we have bypassed these two focuses, and now we can take the next war support focus. Both of these give war support, but we're gonna take this one because it has some extra bonuses. Very nice. Yes, we will seize the Spanish gold reserves. Thank you very much. To rebuild your civilian factories and help your citizens live better lives? Yes. Actually builds military factories like a boss. Next up in our spy agency is gonna be the army department, which gives us army intel, and having more army intel than your enemy gives you bonuses in battles. Wow. Oh, we encircled all over them. At this point, we need to create a motorized division. So we just create a new template with one truck battalion in it, put 2 of them into our volunteer army, and voila, our general has magically forgotten how to gain experience from his infantry troops. The reason I don't want to complete the trait is because if you complete the trait, getting other traits is much longer. And now we should be Gucci. Let's scrunch up these dudes. Also get them, let's get anti-air. Yeah, this isn't really training our generals, we're just helping them win the war. Okay, defense bill is done. We now have enough war support to take partial mob, but next thing we're gonna take is we're gonna start doing our industry now. So we're gonna take monetary reconstruction, which is gonna spawn in civilian factories and give us also less consumer goods. We're not gonna fight in China-Japan war. We don't want to lose too much manpower getting XP and grinding our general traits. Spain is enough for us, plus Spain is better anyway, because there's a bigger front line here, plus there's more supply, and we can choose where to fight and where to defend. In the Japan-China war, there's a very short front line that actually has supply. I'm not gonna bother fighting here. They can handle it themselves. And for our spy agency, there's gonna be nothing else for now. Keep building those civs, baby. Okay, let's just kill this dude quickly so they have a better encirclement. Okay, never mind, this is cancer. Let's go here. Let's do another encirclement. You just keep grinding us that mountaineer. Okay, mountaineer is getting very close. We're gonna switch our general now back to this dude. He needs mountaineer. So we send you here and chop chop. Okay, now that we have gathered enough PP power, we can take partial mob. This is a massive boost to our construction speed and consumer goods. Recruit spies, not yet. We're still waiting for... Oh, localized training centers. Yes, take that. We have enough civilian factories now. So at this point in the game, I'm just trying to grind XP to finish off all these general traits. So by the time Germany attacks us, we have a good field marshal and a good general with good quality traits. The way that XP works actually is that whoever is doing more damage in a battle gets more XP. So if you're actually getting shit on by the enemy, you are probably wasting a lot of manpower and equipment for nothing in return. Andale. Oh my lord, they still haven't finished off this encirclement. Fighting in the mountains. Show me some good mountaineer numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's the good stuff. Localized training centers done. What do we want? We want to recruit a German trader. Thank you very much. Bada bing, bada boom. Now we can spy on the Germans. Monetary reconstruction is done. Now we can take gold reserves, which is gonna give us very good national decisions to buff our country. Why is this not breaking? It's ludicrous. Okay. Not great, not terrible. Just like your life. Can we recruit another German spy? Not yet. I think it's actually time for mills. Let's finish building this one civ we have and start building mills after this. Mamma mia. We have another empty research slot. Let's take artillery. Yeah. Oh, no. We have to put back the military industrial organization. I forgot to put it in. For the MIOs, we're always gonna prioritize production. Production, good. Not production, bad. Now that we are building mills, we can now put our newly researched anti-air into production as well as some trains. It's always good to put things into production early because the efficiency has a lot more time to build up. Gold reserves. We have 3 options. Political power, stability, democracy, construction speed, and factory output. What do we want? What's our construction right now? Political power is good, but we're at a point where we don't really need to pick anything else right now. But screw it. We still need to take the national decisions, the anti-communist trades that kind of help us lower the communism in our country later on anyway. Next national focus, we're gonna take rebuild Wallonian industry for 2 factories.
Hoy me puse puta para verte, tú que estás con suerte, no quiero tequila, quiero verga.
I'm gonna take extensive conscription now. We are gonna be
Hoy me puse linda para verte.
bottlenecked by our mobilization speed, which means that even though we have enough recruitable population, they aren't mobilizing fast enough. So it's good to get manpower picks in early so they can start mobilizing as early as possible. We need to decide which general we're gonna make into a field marshal. Now, a field marshal can command himself more generals, but his bonuses that he gives to troops is halved. So I want to make the worst general into a field marshal and leave the better general as a general. So let me see which one is better. This is 5224 and this is 6143. The Victor guy is better, so we're gonna make Fernand our field marshal. And after all this fighting, we're finally starting to get our traits. And we can comfortably change our motorized divisions back to regular infantry. Let these boys do some work now. Let's encircle these dudes. Let's get our infantry leader and also our organizer trait. We don't need to be fighting in mountains anymore. That's good. So we're not wasting more manpower or equipment. Oh, we got our next national focus. It's gonna be, what's our mobilization at? 0.7. So we're gonna take a Royal Military Academy for the extra research slot. If our mobilization was higher, I would have taken another manpower focus. Okay, infantry leader, expert, organizer, adaptable. We got everything. Now we just switch out to Victor and do the same for him. I'm Himalayan. Let's deal with this encirclement. Let's just get it done quickly. Just cleaning up the Spanish Civil War now. It is over. For our next research, let's do radio, actually. More production buffs. Let's take the Infantry Army Advisor now. Royal Military Academy, that's done. We now have an extra research slot. And now we're gonna take increased length of service to mobilize even more troops. And for our research, next up, advanced machine tools for our production efficiency cap. Let's use some of our PP to do a national construction program. Right now is probably the best time to do it. This is our production, by the way. Very nice. And since we have the free PP, we're gonna do an anti-communist raid as well. Oh no. Yes, we want more people. More people. Let's start building our new guns. No, not building, researching our new guns. Fooled you, huh? We do a little trolling.
What?
No river attacks. It's just a manpower thing. We don't want to waste any manpower. Also, we can start training more divisions now. Have a little supply issue. We're gonna start researching Dispersed Industry 3 now. Okay, we're gonna finally remove this one pocket that's been here for a million years. But we're not even reinforcing into it because there's like a million troops here trying to fight. Manpower focus is done. Now we could do either side, but for now I think we're gonna go for industry and get to the Cockerill focus. To also get that factory output. What's going on here? Oh, they have a fort. We're not bashing ourselves into a fort. Gotta make sure we don't cap them before we get to level 5 general. I'm also gonna put our anti-air and our anti-tank and our engineer company here as well. This is gonna lower our division's experience a bit because they're getting in new manpower and equipment. But now we have enough time to get it back up before the war ends. Congo is putting in work. Yeah, look at the XP. These dudes got reinforced with the new stuff. We can recruit another German spy, I think. Yes, recruit a spy and put him on Intel network. And let's also do our infiltrate army operation now. It's gonna give us a lot more army intel. You're probably wondering, why are spies so important and what do I mean when I say meta spies? And why do I care about army intel so much? The way that Intel networks work is that all enemy troops that fall under the area of your Intel network have decreased planning bonus and entrenchment depending on how strong your Intel network is. Both planning bonus and entrenchment massively increase your attack stats, while entrenchment does the same for defense as well. These bonuses are huge and also applies to your own troops if the enemy is spying on you. This is why it's important to upgrade our spy agency to make spying on us harder and make it more likely for us to capture enemy spies. Upgrading our agency with the departments that I'm showing you right now also increases our own operatives' effectiveness by making them less likely to be captured and giving us more intel from infiltrated assets. Now for army intel, it basically boils down to whoever has more army intel on each other, and the person who has more gets a combat bonus depending on how much more army intel they have. So for example, if Germany has 80% army intel on us, but we have 90% on them, that means we get an intel advantage combat bonus, which can go up to 15%, which in competitive meta games is quite huge. So kids, don't ignore your spies. We're gonna take the military theorist so we can take our first doctrine. What's it gonna be? Drum roll. Mass assault, baby. Now, why mass assault? Well, it's simple. When you can't beat someone on stats, you try to beat them on organization and reinforce rate. Which means that even though our troops will be constantly attacked by better and more units, they will also have amazing recovery and reinforce rate. This allows us to repeatedly cycle our units away from the fighting so they can recover quickly and be sent back in before we have lost the fight. You do this repeatedly to hold back the enemy offensive as long as possible. This is what's known as an org wall. Now, if you didn't have good reinforce rate, you would send your troops back into battle, but since they don't reinforce quickly enough, you would still lose the fight even though you have available troops ready. This is what's known as a reinforce meme. Overall, this is why mass mob is the meta for any kind of defensive infantry build. And it's also why a lot of miners in multiplayer games go mass mob to crank out as many infantry as possible to hold the front line for the big war. Plus, we're gonna get 5% recruitable population, which is gonna be something we desperately need as Belgium. We're gonna early deploy so we can start building up even more troops. This one is done. Take revive coal mining so we can take Cockerel after that. For these troops that we early deployed, we're gonna start training them in the field now. A pro tip for you guys is that if you hold down shift while pressing the training button, the troops will only train until they are fully trained and no longer. Put you on defensive so we get the max entrenchment. More entrenchment again gives you better attack as well, not only defense. We are mobilizing, which is good, but we're out of manpower though, so we'll see. Still waiting on Cockerel. Can take. Do we need it? Do we need it? I think we only have one left, I think. No, we have two left. They're gonna wait a bit. How long is this? 165 days, so that's... I'm still gonna wait a bit on that. Screw it. Okay, time to take Cockerel. Germany justifying on us. It's fine. Must have been some new focus I haven't seen. We can take construction or we can take... we're gonna take construction. We could have taken the artillery as well. Don't mind me, just trying to get my XP on my grind set, as they say. Oh, we can do another anti-communist raid. Can't spend our PP on anything else anyway. Maybe we can send an attaché to China. No, we don't have enough manpower. We're gonna take our time. No need to rush. Just get our XP in. It's all good. Agent forced into hiding. Bad. Did you finish the army infiltration? Yep, you did. Now we have more army intel on Germany. 12% more army intel. Very nice. Anything else we should do? No, we're not gonna do cryptology. Or should we? Nah, we'll be fine. Cockerel is done. The engine of our economy. Now we can take industrial concern that gives us 5% factory output and steel, of course. And our next thing is gonna be, let's see, I think we should rush the manpower by taking the land doctrine focuses, because we are gonna get the global population from our mass mob doctrine. We of course want to get Legacy of the Great War before the war starts. It's also gonna give us factory output for guns and economy bonuses from the previous focuses. But still, I think we're gonna go for the doctrine bonuses for the manpower before that. And it seems like the focuses are just enough to push us over the edge to get that specific doctrine. Suffering from success. Okay, it's done. The Belgian Democratic Femboy Army has finally pushed back the evil fascists. Okay, we got the first focus. How much can we take? We can take this one. And now we need 270. We wait, or do we take the next focus? I think we take it, yeah. Yes, Belgian Congo, you can get our immigrants. More Belgians in Congo has always worked out historically. It's with great sorrow I must announce we are going to disband the Belgian cyclists and make them into full-fledged infantry divisions. We put our experienced volunteers into the main RV and organize them with the right field marshal and general. Amazing. What's gonna happen that's bad for us is that everyone around us, like France and Netherlands, is gonna fall, so we're gonna have to guard all of our borders. It's just gonna be a little blob of Belgium that's gonna be surrounded by Germany on all sides. Our little speck of a country and our little cyclical man. We recruit another trader into our fold. We got our new gun. Let's start producing our new gun now. It is gonna slash our production. So it's not always like a done deal that I should change my equipment production if I got the new technology. Because if we thought that we weren't gonna have enough guns, you would keep this running and maybe start another production line with the new guns. But since I think we're gonna have enough, I'm gonna switch. And see, it like halved our production. So it's gonna take time to grow again. Okay, but we're done with our doctrine focus now. So we can finally take our population doctrine, which is gonna give us a lot of manpower. Now the options we have is more industry or these. I think we're gonna go for the Legacy of the Great War now and the production buffs because time is running out actually. We also want to take operational reserves now. You only get this option if you take mass assault. This is gonna give us more HP, which increases our division's strength. And since the amount of manpower and equipment you lose in a battle is proportional to the amount of strength damage you take, we actually lose less manpower and equipment for the same amount of damage taken to our strength. So our units basically become more efficient in IC and manpower. Oh no, they've taken Nanjing. Japan is doing a lot of sneaky business in Asia. Italy has joined the axis of evil. Let's see how that works out for them. Hairstyle focus is finished. Now we take, this one is good, but since we need to get to the legacy one, we're gonna take this one. Construction is finished, and since we can't do anything else right now, I'm gonna do shovels. We get nice little production bonuses to our guns from the hairstyle focus as well. Also gonna switch out our artillery for the new one and put our next research on anti-tank. We are starting to run out of resources, but we're not gonna start buying it, but soon we will. Improved anti-air, let's go, and get our next production bonus from the cockerel focus. It's April 39. It is getting very close to the war. Ooh, the Czechs have voted to join Germany.
Dial plan.
Germany is getting feisty, eh? Claimed memo. Maybe you should have stopped here, Germany. 70. We got 70 days left till the war or something. We actually pushed it a lot. We're not gonna get any of these focuses done. I'm gonna start building forts soon as well. We're gonna fort line all of this. We might be able to push to get behind the river line before Germany takes it. That's the most optimal solution, but they might take it before we get there. So we're gonna build forts just in case here. The Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Another German spy. Why not? I'm gonna take the elusive gentleman soon, so we can have more spies and more spy networks. Plus we get some army intel as well, which is always nice. Also start researching the new anti-tank. Okay, we can buy one steel from France and some tungsten from the United Kingdom in it. We should be good now. We actually should be good on guns if we leave it like this forever. As you can see, our infantry division is now 16 width. This is because of the mass assault doctrine option that gives us minus 0.4 combat width. It might actually be better to remove this one infantry battalion from our division because the division to org ratio gets better the smaller your combat width is. This is why the more optimal org volts use small width divisions. For example, a 10 width and a 20 width both have the same organization, but you could feed double the amount of 10 widths to the same battle, giving you double the organization that the enemy has to chew through. But this also makes your division's HP and strength much lower, which means a lot more losses in manpower and equipment. So it's really a trade-off. If you can handle the equipment and manpower losses, which we can't, then smaller divisions give you more org basically. We can now take Legacy of the Great War. Let's do another anti-communist raid as well, because our government is getting spicy. The war is starting, Germany is invading Poland, and it seems like they're also planning an air raid on us. So it's really time to start getting ready. Still training. Train as much as you can. Let's put more troops out. Damn, the reinforcements, more troops. Oh, damn, I didn't even look. Germany took Poland real quick. Makes sense though, since we buffed them so much. We are gonna start building forts now. We're not gonna bother with this tile since it has too many sites to be attacked from. It's not worth it. These ones are really bad for us since they're plains, so they don't get any terrain modifiers. But we're basically gonna prioritize building up this side of the border first. We're gonna have time during the war to build the other side. Let's just put 2 on everything. Can also take our last doctrine by the way now. Now this brings us to the next topic of what is the meta tactic in these kind of situations. It is guerrilla warfare. Now, why is guerrilla warfare so good for us? Because they have a lot more units than us. We want to squander that advantage, and by taking guerrilla warfare, we reduce the combat width by 50%. Now we're in a much more even playing field where they can't use the full firepower they have, and by proxy, we also have more healthy units to reinforce. And the second thing is, it takes down both of our damages. We're just bogging down the battlefield where every battle is slower and everyone takes less damage. You might not know that the number of enemy close air support planes doing damage to us in battles is dependent on our own units' total combat width. So by taking away 50% of the combat width, we're also basically taking away 50% of their cast planes and lowering the effects of their absolute air superiority. Overall, again, we're just trying to minimize the massive advantage they have in industry and manpower over us. Okay, we now take division organization plus 10%. These are also good, but we need more org right now. The Soviet Union is doing some tomfoolery in Finland. We got our anti-tank. We can now take our next research, switch to our new anti-tank guns. Again, it's gonna lessen our production right now, but it should work out. Since we're starting to get an overflow of military factories, I'm starting to think about tanks So I'm gonna start researching our first medium tank chassis. We're gonna do some radio propaganda since we have the free PP right now. We're saving just enough so we can take war economy and extensive conscription immediately when the war starts, because we can't take them before the war starts. How are the forts going? Nicely. When that is done, we'll just do another round of everything. Another anti-communist raid. Now that our org focus is done, we can take defensive neutrality. What are we missing? Manpower. But that's because there's a lot of these in here. We're gonna delete some of them so we can have full strength divisions by the time war starts. Actually, I'm gonna delete the garrison order here and put the garrison order here. This way we keep the 72 slots on our good general. This is what you should always do if you plan on microing your troops and not battle planning. We're gonna keep training, but we're just gonna start putting them in their right spots already. Agent captured. Mamma mia. Let's switch our dude for elusive mastermind. Ooh, Germany declared on Norway, and Denmark is also taken already. Put you here, put you here, put you here. I'm gonna stop training now so they can get nicely entrenched. It's gonna be any day now. No need to push it. Actually, no, let's not build any more forts because we don't even know if we're gonna stay here or we're gonna push forward. Build some here. Not yet. Actually, yeah, why not? No, just keep building mills. We got that, then we can take the Belgian gates. Same stuff. Okay, they have attacked Luxembourg. Soon we'll be in the same boat. Netherlands has joined the Allies. That's not gonna be us. Ooh, operative. Let's take another German boy. We're gonna want to do a field marshal battle plan as well, so our normal troops get battle planning. But we're gonna wait till Germany gets right on our border so we can do one continuous one. And it seems like we are not gonna go able to push because Germany hasn't declared on us yet. This could have been one thing why joining the Allies would have been good for us. So more forts it is. We have enough equipment. Too many guns actually, as you can see. Put more on anti-air, more on trains in case they want to bomb us. America wants to bomb me.
Americans want to bomb me.
Can do the field marshal plan. No one is assigned to it, but the troops next to it will still get the planning bonus. Ooh, we don't have supply. Let's start building some trucks as well for the supply, so we can do the motorization switch. And to build the supply out, we're gonna put on the organized railway system. That's gonna give us 300% construction speed on the supply hubs. We do have this. Our mountaineers have more forest attack and defense, but when I did the test builds, it didn't matter. It wasn't that good, you know. They didn't hold any better. It was pretty mediocre. It's not worth it. We can change relief of command to professional officer corps. That's going to give us our divisions more experience gain, which allows them to retain their level or even grow their level. And higher level means more stats. And it has begun.
Burn it down!
We are at war. We're already seeing some red. Why are you dying? Oh no. We gotta find the battles with enough reinforcements and send those to places that don't have enough reinforcements. Let's take 2 of you, send them here. We gotta retreat them out of there. Man, look at their stats, look at their defense. This is what I said when I meant that we don't need more defense, because they're never gonna go over that anyway. And as you can see, the entrenchment also does damage. Ooh, I forgot. We also wanna take our general and put it so he has a higher likelihood of picking guerrilla tactics. But we are holding, which is good. Gonna send 2 dudes here so they can reinforce whenever needed. No military access for you. We are doing this alone. No help. Don't forget to take war economy. Only things we're running short on is anti-air and support equipment. Why are you dying? No, you should be fine. Yeah? Still have reinforcements left. Okay, you, why are you dying? Okay, you don't have reinforcements. I'm gonna send 1 here. For our next focus, we just go down for more entrenchment. Can you stop attacking this tile? I need to build supply hub. Mister. They call you Mister. Ooh. Oh, you have good reinforce. You're gonna stay for a while. Here we have a problem though. Retreat. We're also starting to get cast damage. We just want to consistently cycle our troops to tiles that are on the edge of losing, so they can always have just enough reinforcements to hold on. Are you fine? You're not fine though. You should be fine. Let's send 1 here. Only 1. Yeah, you are getting reorged pretty fast. That's why you get mass assault. You reorg much faster. Send them back in. We have gathered a mighty spy network on every tile, as you can see, except this one. But once they're done with France, they're gonna start spying on us to mess with our entrenchment and planning bonus as well. Norway has capitulated. German Reich. How many Germans have we killed? 285. And how many Belgians have died? 23k. Is that a good KD, chat? This tactic basically is mass assault tactic, or was basically is losing battles consistently for a long time, not getting pushed back. Can you please use guerrilla tactics, my man? If we take a look at the air situation, we can see that they have 4,000 fighters and 1,400 CAS, which means that if we take a look at the battles, this gives us minus 33% defense from their air superiority, while the CAS gives them plus 35% attack and breakthrough, plus the CAS damage itself, of course, from the planes. Now, just 1 support anti-air in your divisions is enough to cut the damage you get from planes by 75%, which it is capped at. More anti-air also increases the air superiority reduction. While in the case of the CAS combat bonuses, we just have to cry about it. How many dead Germans? 868,000 dead Germans, 75 dead Belgians. Look at these battles. We lose this much, they lose that much. It's like, but this is a bad battle. Where's this here? Yeah, this battle's been going on like for like ages. We should get better forts here. Back to the meat grinder you go. Pooped on. You're getting pooped on. Pooped on hardcore. Tommy K poop attack all over you. 90k, 1 million. Once Italy joins and they can go past the Maginot Line, France is cooked. China is gone. Since we've researched it, we're gonna now start producing some rocket artillery, which is a really cheap way to just get some extra soft attack to our divisions. Support company, of course. Pooped on, not shit on. No one is getting shit on, only pooped on. There's no shitting on this video, only pooping. 1.5 million dead Germans. Bro, they are relentless. Bye-bye, Yugoslavia. Our government is contested. It seems like the communists are wreaking havoc. I mean, we could let them get a little bit of our country. You know, it's not too bad. Hell no! Doesn't look so good for you guys. Singing in the rain. This goes on for a while, where we're just trying to consistently cycle our troops to survive these constant red bubbles. Nothing really interesting happens here. We're researching more tech and going through our focus tree to get more industry and military bonuses, with our game plan being to completely drain the German military while letting them bash into us endlessly. Until... yeah, bye-bye. Bye-bye. So I think it's time to really start thinking about our backline defense now. The stats can get pretty crazy. See, when we have the guerrilla tactics on, it completely slashes our stats. Good for defending, not so good for attacking. Ooh, time to die. This is the real test. Can we stand the test of time? We are the last hope on the European continent, isolated and alone. Sir, we're surrounded. Good. Now we can fire in every direction. How many casualties? 3.45 million and 288k. No. You're not gonna fall. No. Oh, Dios mío. No. Please. Oh my god. Oh, why you do this? What the hell is that? Also having problems in these tiles up here. How much do we have of rocket arty? 388. We need 12 per division, which means we can start putting them in soon. Just a cheap little boost to our soft attack. You can always put it on desperate defense if it gets too rough here. What if we actually have to fall behind the River Rhine? That would be stinky. I'm gonna get you. Bonk, reinforce me. We do take a lot more casualties though from tiles like this where we're getting attacked from a million different sides. We're gonna send a few dudes away from here so they attrition less and take it easy on the supply. You think I want to join the Allies? Keep talking like that and you're gonna join Belgium real soon. Let's take a moment to dabble in some extremely complex Hoi4 economy gameplay. These tiles are still on the defensive, while these tiles just demolish everything that comes at them. But after enlightening you with the unstoppable org wall strat, it's time to do something different. Now this is actually banned in most multiplayer games, but this is in multiplayer. All this time, we've been researching tanks and armor, so we can turn our infantry into Space Marines. Space Marines are basically when you add a single tank division into your infantry division. And because of the way that armor is calculated for your divisions, 40% of it just comes from looking at the battalion with the highest armor value. So even though our templates are mostly made out of 0 armor infantry, just by putting in that one tank division, we're putting in very cost efficient armor into our divisions. And now any enemy unit that doesn't have anti-tank or enough piercing is going to be very disadvantaged against us. So we're going to start designing our first medium tank. Since we're not going against some busted meta tank divisions, we're gonna prioritize soft attack by taking the 3-man turret and the medium howitzer. Of course, put on an improved radio and some sloped armor because again, the more armor we have on this division, the more we have in our units, and then fill up everything with heavy machine guns. We're gonna stack the armor ticks for extra armor and breakthrough, and we're gonna change our engine model for a torsion bar. The extra reliability is gonna come in handy for our infantry divisions when they're in low supply areas or attritioning for some other reason. It's a common misconception that you always have to keep your reliability very high, but that's not really the case. It only influences how much equipment you're losing while attritioning. And if supply isn't a problem for you, it's usually not worth the extra cost and compromise in tank design to get that reliability up. But this is gonna be our design, so let's put it into production. Let's get a new gun as well. I don't think they can even reinforce. Just kill them before they can reinforce. Yeah, we have transcended the org wall and just have good divisions now. Wait, you're all retreating? We have a problem. We have to pin down the enemy troops so they can't advance into the tile and hope we can reinforce fast enough. Yeah, it's not looking good here either, but we can manage. It's time to put in the rocket arty. Wait, all of them? So quickly? Warp shore bombardment. They are shooting us from their boats. We have lost 530,000 men. They have lost 6.5 million, which 5.8 have been us. We're also building a few more colonial templates so we can squeeze out as much manpower as we can from our puppet. Wait, Spain declared war on Italy? Oh no, that's not gonna go good for you, man. I'm gonna make a copy of our infantry template now, where I'm gonna put in our medium tanks. This way we can start slowly converting our divisions one by one, so we always have enough tanks in stockpile. As you can see, we have a lot more armor now, plus a good amount of breakthrough and soft attack. But now it's time to create the European Union. It's not much right now, but it's a thought that counts. You are naval invading the front line, my man. What is the Germans' conscription? All adults serve. That's how we like it. We made a faction, now it's time to make it official. Ball bearing trade. Yes, we want this. We get another extra 5% production cost for medium tanks. Otto von Hamburger offers his support. Why not? The extra consumer goods won't do much for us since we're already at 12% and 10% is the cap. It won't go lower than that. Oh, look, babe. We're the European Union. 10 million dead. They're really throwing themselves at us. Look at the amount of divisions they got attacking us. 30 billion. At some point, I do want to make a counterattack so we can get behind the river and get a better defensive position. But yes, I think we're going to have to go down to service by requirement. We're going to take a little bit of a debuff to our industry, but we're currently 200k men in depth, so we can't really pull through anymore. Ooh, they're getting naval invaded. I don't think that's going to last long. They're getting very desperate. They're pushing very hard. I'm going to start pulling back my regular troops and switching them out with tanks, so they get less losses in manpower. What if we attacked right now? What would the outcome be? Okay. This is our first counterattack. We're deorging them very quickly, so we might be able to reinforce meme them. Yep, I think we got it. One more. Okay, maybe we're not even reinforce meming them. We're just destroying all their reinforcements as well. Let's pin these dudes so they can't reinforce. Yep, we got it. Now we just gotta push them back to the rest of the river. We have a chance to get a huge encirclement here. I'm gonna try to attack across the river to see what happens. I think we got it. Gentlemen, we got it. Oh, beautiful. Germany bros molding right now. How will they ever recover? Well, let's see how many we get. They're at 12.47 million right now. You can relax now. Nothing bad's gonna happen. These dudes are being chilling. Ooh, yeah. This is sweet. Ooh. How much was that? 200,000. That's pretty respectable. Also considering those were units and not just manpower losses. I'm not actually very keen on taking more land because the more land we take, the more we have to garrison, and manpower is the only thing we don't have enough of right now. Although this tile does have a lot of civilian factories, and since we're halfway occupying it already, we might actually take this one. Massive gangbang here, guys. Bye-bye. We probably won't get the last tile fighting straight over the river, so we're gonna go around it. We are losing a lot of manpower though from these attacks. We want to concentrate our troops for the offensive. Keep enough to still defend our back lines, but put most of it on the offensive so we can push quickly and reinforce our re-encirclements quickly. We're gonna try to encircle Dunkirk as well. Kadoosh. Now for you guys. We're gonna do something like this. We got our little small Dunkirk encirclement. The troops in Amsterdam are also cut off now, and they are not having a good time. We have good supply in the north. We're gonna snake up top and try to encircle and get all the ports. Resistance is quite high in some of these territories already because they've been occupied by Germany all this time, so we don't really want to take much of it. We're trying to push from both the north and the south, prioritizing supply hubs and the railroads. I was like, what is this useless tile? And it's my own tile. We have an abundance of troops here on the back line, so we're gonna send some upstairs.
Stop it.
We're aiming on a big encirclement here. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. You're done. You're done. How much was that? 200k again? Slowly clawing our way through Germany, trying to unemploy as many German soldiers as possible. Getting rid of this pocket is going to free up a lot of troops, which is nice. The German front line does not look good. It looks like they have nothing left. It's so thinned out. Another big encirclement, and we destroy a lot of troops here. We've come to a point where we can push heavily into the German mainland, capturing strategic locations and victory points. By weakening the German army, we have also given opportunity for the Allies to invade and reoccupy France. We push so hard that we almost completely occupy Germany, with only a few strategic locations and allies left. And it's then when the moment comes. Let's move this dude here. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we got them. We make Germany and all their former allies our puppets, and from there, as promised, we move on to the rest of Europe. France is fairly easy to conquer, and from there, we move on to Spain, Italy, Yugoslavia, Greece and Portugal. And for the cherry on top, we even reclaimed Constantinople. But then it came to me, no man should have this much power. Our goal was to show that Belgium could do it alone, and we did it. So I released all of our conquered territories as independent states, hopefully bringing in a new era of peace in Europe. Except for the Soviet Union that's still here, don't think about that too much. I hope you learned something. There are buttons down below to demonstrate your deep affection towards me, and I'll see you next time.